Welcome to another live stream of Roll Up a Poet. So you get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Tap in, tap the fuck in. It's that damn pollen flying around. You know what I'm saying? My beard catch all the pollen. You feel me? Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, Mr. Roll Up, what's going on today? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I got something for y'all about this Diddy shit. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, tap the fuck in. What Diddy got going on now? I'm pretty sure y'all been seeing that a couple of his charges been dropped. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't what you think. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Well, what's the problem then? What do you got going on? One thing you gotta learn about the system, man, is they play games like that. But at the end of the day, when they want you, they got you. Tap in, tap the fuck in. Now, here's another thing with this Diddy situation. A lot of people thinking he about to walk free because he got a couple of charges dropped. If that was the case, he wouldn't be in jail right now. Tap in, tap the fuck in. What you mean by that, Mr. Roll Up? Don't you gotta see a judge? Judge gotta let him out and all of that stuff first, right? Of course. How you think his charges got dropped and went to court? When they dropped them charges, if they really wanted to let him go, he would have been gone right there. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, tap the fuck in. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. So, before I show y'all this video, I want to show y'all the video of this Diddy situation with his trial, the charges they dropped. I also want to speak on a video that I just made about him not uh, getting on the stand. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start with that first, and then I'm gonna show y'all the video about his charges getting dropped. All right. Now, the other day, he went to court, maybe 2, 3 days ago. He went to court and he said he not gonna take the stand. Basically, he was pleading the fifth. He don't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when people do that, that's because you don't want to incriminate yourself in whatever crime it is that they involving you in. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they put you in them cuffs, they always tell you got the right to remain silent because anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. Meaning that if you get to talking to them, it's being recorded. It don't necessarily go off of what they saying. They have body cams and all type of shit. So everything you say is being recorded. Bryson James, what's the deal? Tap in, tap the fuck in. But basically, everything that you say to them is being recorded. Even if you're not even talking about the case that you're being locked up on, anything that you say to them is being recorded and can be used against you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, them like street tactics. You know what I'm saying? That's when street niggas keep their mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? But this right here, this not one of them. Teo too. What's the deal? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Jada Lopes. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Yeah, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. What you mean grab the camera for Lamar Eddie? What is that? Smoking is bad. Hey, I've been smoking since I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What's the deal, Brooke? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. All right, now look. So, what I was saying, anything that you say can and will be used against you. You know what I'm saying? Them like for street niggas. You know what I'm saying? What he got going on, he got a whole criminal enterprise going on. You know what I'm saying? And he done had 34 people get on the stand and testify against him. You know, so at this point, it's like you done. You're not coming up out of this. So all of that, keeping your mouth closed, trying not to incriminate yourself, that's ass backwards to the situation right now. You've been told on. It's over with. They got camera footage of the things that you've been doing, the actual camera footage that you recorded yourself. You know what I'm saying? That camera footage alone is enough. He was just a freaky motherfucker. Nah, man. Not when you holding people against their will. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, with everybody getting on the stand telling on him, he should have went ahead and shot back. You know what I'm saying? And told on everybody else because he not getting out. He is in federal custody, man. The feds don't just let you out. How many people do you see go to the feds and they get out? It don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Not in the states. Yeah, you can beat state cases and shit like that. The feds, you're not beating the feds. Ain't no beating them. They have an unbeatable record. You know what I'm saying? And that's fakes. You can go look them up. They got like a 98% conviction rate. You're not coming home. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, he decided not to take the stand. And I didn't already spoke on this. Actually, my last video I just made about it. I made that video a couple days ago. I just dropped it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But now he got this going on with a couple of his charges been dropped. So he pled the fifth, not to get on the stand, not to say nothing. Okay. Now you didn't let all of them other people free. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't want to say shit. That's stupid to me. But that was his decision. You know, his lawyers telling him not to get on the stand, not to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they want this case to move by pretty quick. The defense rest their case. They done. They tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? They got their money out of it. They got everything that they gonna get out of it. The defense don't want him getting up there telling on everybody else. That's gonna open up a whole nother portal. That's gonna set his court cases back some months. And, you know, trying shit over and bringing this person in, doing that. Defense don't want to do all that. So yeah, they tell the people, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. They don't got nothing on you. You gonna beat this shit. Don't say nothing. And you know why they told him that? Because the lawyer already had a talk with the prosecution. And they deal was, well, how about this? We dropped this charge, that charge, that charge. But we still keeping these charges. That's exactly what the prosecutor said to the lawyer. Little do y'all know, the prosecutor, the lawyer, and the judge, they all work together. They all hang out with each other. They sip coffee together. They play golf. They do all that shit together. You know what I'm saying? So they already had your case nipped in the bud before your lawyer even come talk to you. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say birds of a feather flock together? Street niggas hang with street niggas. Get money niggas hang with get money niggas. You know what I'm saying? Clubbing niggas hang with clubbing niggas. Court people hang with court people. Birds of a feather. You know what I'm saying? So they already had your case wrapped up before they even come at you with anything. So with the lawyer and the prosecutor having that deal, the lawyer say, you know what? I'm about to get a couple of these charges knocked off for him. So we just gonna play it like he gonna fuck around and beat this shit because we gonna get these charges dropped. The lawyer already told Diddy this. Hey, we gonna get this charge dropped, that one, and that one. We gonna get them charges dropped. So don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You see how they already ready to drop these. So if you open your mouth and you say anything, guess what? They gonna add more shit on you and you gonna incriminate yourself. This is the type of talk the lawyer had with Diddy. And why Diddy decided not to get on the stand. I can guarantee you 100% Diddy is in jail fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? You think this man want to just let all of them people that was in on this shit with him, help them corroborate this shit, coerce this shit, do this, all you think he gonna let all of them just walk like that while he gonna spend the rest of his life in prison? You know what I'm saying? He know it's a rap. and he not from the street, so it ain't like he lived. Well, he originally came from the street, but he been rich his whole life. He don't live off no street code. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. He ready to tell it all. You know he want to tell it all, especially if it'll help out his case. You know what I'm saying? Especially with him seeing everybody turn on him. Come on, man. You really think he like, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. It's okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and lay down for the rest of my life. Let everybody else live their life, even though they the ones that helped me do this. This the person that showed me how this happened. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna just let everybody walk, and I'm gonna go from being a billionaire to a fucking inmate in a federal correctional facility for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with no problem. Yeah, fuck it. Come on, man. Diddy in that cell right now, talking, thinking in his head, all the people he could tell on what he want to say, how he feel. He is being silenced. This is what happens when you become an inmate. When you get locked up, you're silenced. You're a criminal. You know what I'm saying? You don't speak until they tell you to. And for Diddy right now, this is his one and only time to get to speak for real. You know what I'm saying? And you think he don't want to? He been in jail since what? September, October, some shit like that. He ain't got to say nothing since then. But I'm innocent. That's it. Coming from a man that been on your TV screen for the past what 30 years at least. You know what I'm saying? Popping his shit all the time, doing what the fuck you want, living the best life, to being in a cement block with nothing but some noodles, some chips, summer sausage, some cheese, a couple jalapeno peppers, you know what I'm saying? Some Zuzu wham whams, you know what I'm saying? That's about it. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? You think that he went from that rich lifestyle of doing whatever he wanted to sitting in that cement block behind all of them people that helped him out, all of them people that got on the stand and told on him. You think he just turned around and said, you know what? Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and do the time for everybody. Fuck it. It was fun while it lasted. Fuck it. Because he can't detach himself from this situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he could play the I keep my mouth closed, I'm gonna beat this shit. Like, nah, you 100% a part of this situation. That's why you're in custody. You know what I'm saying? Why you think all ain't none of them other people in custody? It's just him. They could have put all of them people that got on the stand. They could have put them in custody right then and there. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they got the run in their mouth, because they incriminated themselves. This is why they tell you don't say nothing because you incriminate yourself. So everybody that got on the stand against Diddy, they incriminated themselves. Little do you know, but they don't want them. They want him. So they need them to tell on him. And then when it turn around on the Diddy hand, it's gonna be up to him to turn around and tell on all of them. That's how the court work it. The court make y'all tell on each other. You know what I'm saying? The courts wasn't there when the crime happened. They didn't have nothing to do with the situation whenever it happened. It's crimes going on right now. The court's not involved. The courts is at court. You know what I'm saying? You commit these crimes, they send the police after you to come get you. The police job is just to arrest your ass. That's their job. They not there to be no peace officers or, get your cat out the tree or none of that. It's fairy tale shit. Police job is to arrest your ass. You know what I'm saying? Unless you clean and innocent, everything, that's the only time you ain't going to jail. Other than that, the police get called, your ass going to jail. Now, you might get lucky. It'd be a cool cop here and there and say, all right, fuck that shit, go home, whatever. But for the most part, you going to jail. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? And when they take you in, boom, their job is done. You don't see them cops no more. Their job was just to bring you in. They called arrested officer. You know what I'm saying? Only time you might ever see them again is like you go to trial or something, and they gonna come to court and testify against you. Other than that, you ain't gonna never see their ass again. Because that was their job, just to bring you in. Now, it's on the courts to deal with you. The courts got the job done. They sent the cops to come get you. The cops came and got you and brought you to them. Now they got a problem with you. That's what court is for. We got a problem with you. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. It's sad to say, but truth is, Diddy done. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I know I went on for a while, but I just had to get that out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let y'all hear this. You know what I'm saying? About this Diddy shit with his charges getting dropped. You know what I'm saying? Now I got this from my guy, Hood Educated. You know what I'm saying? That's an old school player that's from the streets and know what he know. You know what I'm saying? So go subscribe to his channel. But it's Hood Educated. All right? It's right here. I might not really be able to see it, but we're going to go for it. Not checking me out.
With you now with some breaking celebrity dish news. Prosecutors have dropped some charges against Diddy. Joining us now is TMZ executive producer Harvey Levin with the latest late-breaking details. I mean, Harvey, I can't get through your story here fast enough. What's the latest?
Okay, it's a little bit confusing, Marissa, but let me explain. The prosecution sent a letter to the judge saying the judge had asked prosecutors and defense to streamline the proposed jury instructions. The prosecution is saying, okay, so let's eliminate attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, and aiding and abetting sex trafficking. So now the question, what does that mean? We know the arson relates to Diddy allegedly blowing up Kid Cudi's car in a fit of jealousy, the fact that Kid Cudi had dated Cassie. So it would seem that they're saying we're just not going to pursue that when it comes to giving the jury instructions because the jury never directly tied Diddy to the actual arson of the car. Now, they do mention the word attempted, so I suppose you can make the argument that they're going to not say he attempted it, he actually did it. But that doesn't make sense because all they said in the testimony was that they believe he did it. And it went on fire, so it was done. So it seems like they're eliminating that. And similarly, when it comes to kidnapping, you may remember that there was testimony by Capricorn Clark, Diddy's assistant, saying that Diddy suspected her of stealing jewelry. They took her, put her in a warehouse, and gave her lie detector tests, and putting her in that warehouse was kidnapping. It seems they're not going to pursue that. And there was a second one involving this alleged victim, Jane. So it seems they're taking certain things off the table, but I got to be honest with you, the letter's a little bit confusing, but it definitely seems the prosecution is pulling back on what they are going to argue to the jury in closing argument.
Absolutely, and when it comes to the aiding and abetting with the sex trafficking, that charge is still there, but they're pulling back on even some of those details.
And my guess is what they're pulling back on are things like Diddy's assistant booking a hotel room. I mean,
you are eligible to receive the grocery allowance worth $3,300 on the Social Security. Just
are things like Diddy's assistant booking a hotel room. I mean, how is That's booking a hotel room. Travago is not sex trafficking. and just booking a hotel room is not really evidence of sex trafficking. So I'm guessing it's things like that they might be pulling back on.
It definitely appears as if the prosecution have found some weak spots in their case, potentially, and that's why they're giving the jury those instructions, rather, before making their closing arguments. Thank you so much, Harvey. I know this was breaking news.
All right. Nah, got that out the way, right? So with him, you know, not taking the stand, things like that, which again was through the um the prosecutor and the lawyer. That was the deal that they made. So that's why, like I said, the lawyer was telling Diddy, like, look, you know, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get some charges dropped. But really, it's just to go ahead and speed this case up. You know what I'm saying? So he went ahead and didn't testify. All right, cool. That wiped everybody out the way. So now he ain't had nobody to tell on, or he had nothing to say on his behalf. Okay. Now they dropped three of his charges. Why they dropped these charges? They was petty charges anyway. That they necessarily 100% couldn't guarantee that they could stick on him. So instead of confusing the jury with all of these charges, and then half of them they can't really like say, yeah, it was him that did it. They decided to go ahead and drop them, get them out the way, so it won't confuse the jury. You know what I'm saying? But they kept three of his main um, charges. You know what I'm saying? Racketeering, sex trafficking. And he got another one. Can't think of the third one. It'll come to me. Blow shit. But yeah, the ones they dropped, the arson. Just let's just start with the arson. Okay, saying he blew up Kid Cudi car. They can't prove that he did that. No matter what you're talking about, how you feel, they can't prove it was him that did it. That's that. The second one with the kidnapping of the girl, putting her in the warehouse and all of this shit. They can't prove that he did it. You know what I'm saying? So okay, dropped it. You know, I mean, he just got charges basically that like it's like you can't necessarily say it was him that did it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So they dropped it. Yeah, get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was to it. But with him paying the sex workers, you know what I'm saying, to go from across state lines, that's sticking. You know what I'm saying? That's that sex trafficking. That's sticking. That's not going nowhere. He got to deal with it. They gonna book his ass on it. You know what I'm saying? The RICO charge. A lot of people saying, how is it a RICO? Well, I'm not federal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get in all that. But I'm gonna say this: if they just dropped three of his charges, why they didn't drop the RICO as well? You know what I'm saying? If the RICO really was that weak, why they didn't drop it? They could have dropped it with the mother charge. They were willing to drop a kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play that kidnapping. When you hold somebody against their will, you might as well kill them. You know what I'm saying? Because kidnapping is serious. So if they was willing to get rid of a kidnapping, but not the actual RICO that they saying that they don't had no RICO on them, why they ain't drop the RICO? This shit ain't over with. You know what I'm saying? Please believe that. It looked good right now because they dropped that's court politics. Drop charges. You know, but as far as him, he not going nowhere. The jury is gonna convict him of the sex trafficking, if nothing else. He was paying these people to cross state lines to have sex were people that he wanted them to have sex with against their will. Sometimes they was willing, sometimes they wasn't. That's where they gonna get them at. When them people wasn't willing to participate in them freak offs and shit like that, that's where they gonna hit them at. Because at that time they wasn't willing. So if they wasn't willing, guess what they are? They're victims. If they victims, guess what? You're a criminal. That's the whole point. You held them against their will. That's sex trafficking. And guess what? The damn male prostitutes already got on the stand and told on you. So at the end of the day, the jury is gonna find Diddy guilty on sex trafficking alone. Forget any other the other charges he also got. The sex trafficking alone across state lines. He cooked on it. That's a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? Itself. And then he still got the RICO. You know what I'm saying? Like he not going nowhere. They just dropped the petty charges because now they ready for the jury to deliberate. They ready for the jury to come with what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? They didn't did everything. They didn't put up everything. It's go time. You know? If anything, they might got one or two more court dates and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? They about to wrap this shit up. And if Diddy was gonna get out, he would be out. You know what I'm saying? He would be out. Or at least have a bond. At this point, with them dropping three major crimes like that, why they ain't gave him a bond? If not, let him out on house arrest or anything like that. Why they haven't gave him a bond? He not going nowhere. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? It just looked good. Yeah, they knew that this was gonna cause an uproar on the internet. So let's throw that out there to the internet. We gonna drop these three charges on it. Now you got YouTubers out here clickbaiting you talking about Diddy free. Diddy beat his charges. Clickbait. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the system did. Was just give everybody some clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, make y'all think he free. He about to get out. No, he not. If he was, he'd be out. I promise you, he would be out. You know what I'm saying? Even if, just to say, like, if they drop them three charges, right? Okay, they dropped them three charges and just say the other ones that he still got left. They say, well, them charges not even really strong enough. I find him innocent. Boom, I'm going to let him out on tether until trial over. You know what I'm saying? If his case was that weak, he would be out. But he's not. He's still in federal custody. How many people you know go to the feds and get out? We're not talking about the state, the county jail or none of that. We talking about federal prison. How many people you know went to federal prison and got out? It don't happen. You know what I'm saying? When you go in there, you in there. You about to go do your time. And then you will get out after you do your time. After you see your ERD. Not during court process. You don't get out of the feds during court process. It don't happen. That's why they give you time to commit your crime. That's why they plot on you for 4-5 years before they even bust you. You know what I'm saying? Because they make sure that when they get you, you don't get out. Ain't no getting out. They give you years to ball and do your thing, kill people, all type of shit. And then they come get you one day. You don't get out from that. You know what I'm saying? That's how the feds coming, man. So to wrap this shit up, Diddy not getting out. He got a couple of charges, a couple of his charges dropped. That's just court politics. Everybody get their charges dropped. That's everybody. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they might only want him to plea out to one of them charges. However it go, he gonna get found guilty. And after he get found guilty, they gonna smoke him. It's over with. Spend another live stream, roll up a power up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.